Well, new for 2012 is our latest entry-level muscle craft release. It's called the Seadoo GDR 215. And the big thing with this unit is what we've done is we've got our new LFI hull, but we've put basically a big supercharged engine into it. So this unit now puts out 215 horsepower, whereas previously in our smaller models they were limited to 155. Since the release of the GDR 215, I mean, the sales have really spoken for themselves. It's been greatly received by the public. Having an entry-level ski now that's performance-based at a reasonable price point has been very, very popular. You can still put 3 people on it, so you can carry a small family on it. You can tow skiers, tubes, so it's still a good all-round machine. Put your fishing gear on the back, take it out for the weekend. So the GDR 215 from Seadoo, it's entry-level performance market, so this machine on trailer will be under $18,000 to get yourself on the water, having heaps of fun, towing tubes and having the family out on the water. A big release for Seadoo this year for model year 12 is the new king of our muscle craft segment. The ski that you see here is the new RX PX 260 RS. As the name suggests, 260 horsepower, only holds 2 people. This thing is designed to go flat out and turn as hard as it possibly can to see if you can hang on to it. New design features, we've got a new seat that actually enables you to hang on to it properly through your legs so you can try and stay on the craft. You've got adjustable sponsons on the side of it so that the craft can be set up for either just general PWC work, or you can drop them down to go faster in corners and that sort of thing. Yeah, on its release, the machine that you see here won the world titles over at Lake Havasu in the US and has also taken out the Australian surf titles. So on its first year, debut release, this ski here has won every race that it's gone into, hence why the RX PX 260 RS is the king of our muscle craft segment.
Ladies Race Day was first established here at the Wynnum Manly Yacht Club in 1977, and since then it's become one of the biggest social events on the club's calendar. The event organisers have teamed up with Red Kite to raise much needed funds for children with cancer, and they've invited us down here to check it all out. Situated on the beautiful Manly Esplanade, the Wynnum Manly Yacht Club is a local hub for yachties and fellow boaties across the Bayside region. What a better place to race than on the beautiful Waterloo Bay. The ladies and their teams were ready to hit the water and get racing as crews prepared their vessels. With gusts on the water of up to 42 knots, each team was in for some serious sailing. Seasoned pros and first-timers worked together to learn how to crew the various different vessels out on the water today. The bay was covered in yachts of all shapes and sizes, all of which peppered with red costumes to show the support for this year's charity, Red Kite. As each crew crossed the finish line, we headed back to the club to catch up with our fellow lady skippers. We're here with Sharon, who is skipper and also event organiser. So Sharon, can you just tell us a little bit about the day? How long have you been involved with the club here?
Ooh, I joined Wynnum Manly, I think it was about 2004.
2004. And how long have you been organising this event for?
This would be my fourth one.
Fourth one.
But I had a couple of years off.
Yeah.
We share it round.
No, absolutely. Yeah. And is it getting bigger and bigger each year? Or?
It's unpredictable.
Unpredictable.
Because the lady skippers like to watch the weather.
Yeah.
And this year's weather, we had such a lot of it.
Yeah.
We had more weather than we really wanted.
Yeah.
It was a bit windy.
Yeah.
And we get a much bigger fleet when there's a weather forecast that is much more gentle.
Okay. So ladies, how was it out on the water today?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Great.
Extremely windy.
Oh, windy?
Extremely windy.
Reason I hear you were the skipper?
Yes, and my comrade here,
and your comrade?
Sandra.
Fantastic. And how long have you guys all been involved with the club here?
I've been sailing probably for the last 15 years.
Yeah.
So this is always a good event for women.
Yeah, for women.
Because mostly we get all the men hanging on to the steering.
Yeah. Okay.
So particularly racing. So it's a really good opportunity for women to get out there on the water and support good causes. horses.
Yeah, exactly. And everyone's looking great in their red for Red Kite.
Yep, absolutely.
Yes. So we're here with some fellow sailors. So how was it out there on the water today?
Pretty amazing, actually. Yeah, it was pretty
Awesome, fantastic.
And I believe this is your first time sailing?
It's my first time. Kate's been sailing her whole life, but
really?
yeah, first time for me. So it was a big birthing experience.
And we didn't get any seasickness or anything, nothing like that?
Fantastic, fantastic. Wasn't
good.
We were just holding on for dear life, really.
Yeah. And did you have any men in your team? Was it all women?
No, we did have, we had one man and two women.
Yeah. And you've been sailing for a long time, obviously. Where's your favourite place to sail in Brisbane?
Just out on Moreton Bay.
Just on Moreton Bay?
Yeah, for sure.
And we're here with Sabina, and Sabina has come up from Melbourne to attend the event today. How was it?
It was really good. I was really impressed with all the boats. It was a really good breeze. I had a good crew, and it was a really good race. A great course. Yeah.
Great. And how did you first get involved in sailing?
I just grew up
with mum and dad?
Yeah, with sailing parents, yeah.
Okay. And what kind of boat were you out on today?
Just a Ross 780. So
does it have a name?
Albatross.
Albatross.
Yeah.
The boat Albatross.
Team Albatross.
Yeah. So will we see first place or anything? Are you guys feeling good?
Not sure. We think we did pretty okay for our division.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And as a first-time sailor and a long-time sailor, any advice for anyone who's thinking about doing it for next year?
Do it. Get out there, have some fun.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay, great.
Look, I think women's sailing's fantastic. We've got a great women's regatta happening down in Melbourne.
Oh, okay, fantastic.
We've just had that over the long weekend in June, and just to encourage women's sailing, it's been great, and it's good to see a lot of women up here sailing as well.
Everyone looking awesome in their red, supporting the cause.
Yeah, I got the red pants
You
on
got the red
too.
cause, I got the red skirt. And on what boat were you on today?
I was on Ella.
Ella.
Yeah, which is an Adams 10.
An Adams 10.
Yeah, we were fifth over the line. I thought that was pretty good.
Okay, so chances for a place are looking pretty good?
Oh, who knows? I don't know any of these boats. I don't know what their handicaps are or whatever.
And so what boat were you on today?
Still a Mac.
Great.
Yeah.
And how was it out there? Was it...
Oh, it was like that most of the time.
Yeah.
Very high swell, very big.
And I'm loving the wig, so getting behind the good cause of Red Kite.
Red Kite, fantastic, which is awesome.
Yeah, and so you're relatively new to sailing, are you?
Very, very new. This is my first day on the boat since I was about 10 years old.
Oh, wow.
So we actually originally came in to do the dragon boat racing, which is part of the Manly Club.
Okay.
And then we thought, we'll join and go out on the Lady Skipper's Day.
Yeah.
I mean, that's great.
Yeah,
really good.
Okay, so you'll be back next year.
Oh yeah, and they've actually, when you join it, they've got other cruises throughout the year.
Okay, fantastic.
So yeah, that's our plan to sort of meet everyone and see how we go.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And on a beautiful day like this,
it's really beautiful. It's great, and the great thing is that you can actually do it when you don't have a boat. You know, they're able to accommodate us, and that's really neat. It's a great club. Yeah, really nice. I like it.
Okay, awesome. As the afternoon drew to a close and the final numbers were in, everyone waited with bated breath for the prestigious first prize.
First prize in the 37th Lady Skippers, sponsored by Nautilus Marine 2012, was Ella.
Beautiful day here down at Moreton Bay, and we'd like to thank the organisers and the Women Manly Yacht Club. Now, if you would like any more information on sailing or how to get involved with your local club, you can visit this website. Thanks very much. See you next time.
Make sure your rig is ready before you launch. Pull up in the parking area away from the ramp. Undo your tie downs, load your rods and gear, leave your safety on. We meet some of the behind-the-scene fishing experts at this year's AFTA Fishing Conference.
The conference is an important opportunity to be here and listen to the other people, the other experts in the field, and also to put across a little bit of my own expertise in the field of fish welfare. There's a talk that I'm doing on that.
The workshop is part of a Fisheries Research and Development Corporation. It's a national body. Basically, they've funded this towards the recreational sector. The idea being to look at how recreational fishing education is conducted in Australia and how it can be improved.
I'm a co-investigator on this project with Professor Alistair McElgorm. He's from the University of Wollongong, and we put together a team to come to grips with the issue of how to communicate and educate the recreational fishers all over Australia.
I manage programs in New South Wales which are funded through the Recreational Fishing Trust. So that's basically when you buy a licence, your money all goes into a trust in New South Wales, and they fund programs throughout the state to enhance recreational fishing.
Well, I probably got into politics because of wreck fishing. Years and years ago, the local council tried to ban angling on a stretch of the River Thames in Reading, which is my hometown. And so I led a campaign to get angling re-established, and before I knew it I found myself elected to the local council, and 13 years later I found myself elected to Parliament. So fishing has always run through everything that I've done. And I was very privileged when I was in Parliament, in the House of Commons, to be appointed Britain's first parliamentary spokesman for angling under Tony Blair, and then that was reconfirmed under the government of Gordon Brown. So I spent 8 years in Parliament being the voice of angling, speaking up for anglers, ensuring that recreational fishing had a strong voice and was heard in the corridors of power. So when I came out to Australia in 2010, it was supposed to be a fishing sabbatical, but before I knew it I got dragged into all the issues over here. So yeah, there's a lot of parallels between the work that I did in Britain and the work that needs doing here in Australia.
Well, what happens if the opportunities for fishing and boating are lost by marine parks or super trawlers, or just social things like our families are being fragmented now with single parent families, all that sort of stuff. So I want to talk about the fact that fishing is such an important thing to our economy and to our society. What happens if that fragments and disappears over years?
What we'd like to do is that we feel that a lot of the time our education programs are preaching to the converted, in that it's fishers and people who are already fishing, but there's an increasing realisation about the health benefits, things like de-stressing, that general public can be involved in recreational fishing.
Well, one that we've done very recently, it's just completed, is one on the Ikijimi method of humane killing of fish. It's where we've gone and looked at a whole range of species most commonly caught by recreational anglers in Australia, and we've found out where their brains are. We've used X-ray and other cruel tricks, and so to assist anglers in finding the brain so they can humanely kill the fish in the fastest possible way.
Well, I'm delighted that the wreck fishing sector appear to be getting their act together and getting a national voice. I mean, I was appalled when I came out to Australia that there wasn't a real properly functioning national peak body. There were state bodies representing wreck fishers, but of various degrees of effectiveness and various degrees of funding.
We also run within that the fishing workshop program, so that's about bringing kids back to the sport, taking them from the indoors, bringing them into the outdoors, getting them involved in their local waterway in a responsible, safe way. And it's about making it fun, so you want kids and you want people to be involved in what you do and take on your messages. You need to make it fun. You need to embrace that.
One of the reasons wreck fishers were getting a bad deal is that they weren't able to punch their weight politically. So that's great news that that's happening, and I'm fully behind the establishment of the Australian Recreational Fishing Foundation under Alan Hansard. I think it's a great initiative. I think it's great that the tackle trade's involved in the Keep Australia Fishing campaign, and there's a lot to get involved in out here.